What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And today we're making Jamaican curry tripe and butter bean in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe, goodie, if you have not, and turn on your post notification so you won't miss another upload of all of my return goodie. And I don't know the girl loving her ready for cook. Come on, let's cook.
Look what prayer can do. Hypocrite and bad mind must flow. The same mouth will cheer for you, and the same one them would turn round and boo. Yeah, prayer me I use and win. Prayer me I use and win.
Okay, goodies, let's cook. Now we have our tripe here, and I paid a little over $9 for this pack. I'm not sure how much pound it is, but I know I paid about $9 and change for this. Now I'm going to show you how to properly clean your tripe and get it ready for cooking. Okay, now 7 brothers, 7 different minds, but I'm going to show you exactly how I prepare it in my kitchen. Now your pieces of size of the way how you cut it, rather, it's going to be your choice. Now when I'm cooking tripe and beans such as this one, I do not like it to be too small. Okay, I like maybe medium pieces, definitely not too big, that's for sure, because a recipe such as this one, you don't want to make the slices extremely big. Okay, so just make it how you want it, but for me it's medium pieces, just like I'm doing here. We're going to give this tripe a really nice wash, of course, with any meat, chicken or poultry or fish or whatever you're cooking. You want to be sure that you have in fact washed it properly. All right, we're going to do that. Now I'm going to be sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make a reminder all through the video to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and be sure that you turn on your post notification. All right, now we're going to wash it. Now under cold running water, you want to make sure that your water is rather cold, and then you want to give it a nice little rinse here. Nice little rinse. Let's make sure you wash it. Looks like you wash your clothes. You wash it. All right, we wash our meat in our kitchen. All right, now you want to throw that water off, because now to me that water is dirty water. All right, dirty. So we're going to rinse that off, dispose that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some salt to it. So this is how I clean up my meat. Add some salt, add some lemon juice or fresh lemon or lime, and then add some vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar. Of course, you could substitute that out. Go back in, add some cold water on it, and I let it sit for about 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, I come back and I give it a nice rinse with the cold running water again. As you can see how the meat changed. Every little thing with upon the meat come right off, right? That is exactly how you want to do it. Give it a nice little rub and scrub and all them good thing there, and just make sure your meat clean. Check your meat to see if there's anything on it, and just make sure whatever you do, just make sure your meat nice and clean, if that makes sense, right? And then your meat is ready to be seasoned. Now of course you could repeat the step twice, but for today I only did it one time. I like to do it 2 times, but today at one time we are doing it. Just drain off that water, and look at that nice clean meat in a nice clean kitchen right there. So and so now we are going to season, but before we season, we're going to clean up the contaminated sink. Bleach it up, nice it up with some soap, and wash it nice and clean, because whenever you're cooking poultry or any kind of meat in your kitchen sink, be sure that you wash it with some bleach or something. Soap it up nice and make sure your kitchen sink nice and clean. Now we're going to season the meat, and we're going to do it very, very simple here. Very simple. Now you want to add some salt. I always add salt first when I season my meat. All right, so we'll add some salt, and then you add your black pepper. And as you can see here, y'all, I'm not measuring anything, but just I use eyeball. Eyeball it like 2 or 3 eyeball. Now we're going to add some onion powder to it. All right, but I'm going to try to write down some things down below. All right, I'm going to try to do that. Now we're going to put some garlic powder here, and I do had, as you guys that has been following me for a while, you don't know, some hours I put more garlic powder to the meat as I do onion powder. Now I have my combo season here. You can substitute that combo season for all-purpose season. Any kind of all-purpose season that you have, you could go ahead and add it in there. Yeah, I love combo seasoning, so that's why I love combo everything, Ocherius everything. Now I'm also going to add my Ocherius meat seasoning here. Of course, you could substitute that out for beef season or any kind of season you have. You just go ahead and just substitute that out. Okay, now I'm also going to add some pimento seeds here, pimento berries, whatever you want to call it, allspice. If you have the powdered one, you could go ahead and add the powdered one, but if you are going to add the powdered one, be sure you have like a teaspoon at least, depending on how much meat you're cooking, maybe a half teaspoon. Now here I'm going to add some of the curry powder, and I'm using my Ocherius curry powder here. And I'm also going to add some ginger powder. You could put fresh ginger if that's what you have. I'm also going to add some minced garlic. You could add cloves if you want to add the cloves. Go ahead and add that. But just to make my life easy in the kitchen, so I just make life simple as possible. Because as you can see, your girl is not cooking as much as I used to. I really have not, y'all, been cooking a whole lot, but kind of toned down cooking on a reel. So that's why you guys have not been getting a lot of cooking recipes lately, because your girl went all the way down from cooking. I'm not cooking like I used to, y'all, but I'm going to try to do the best that I can and bring you some recipes here. You know what I say? Husband wanted tripe today, so that's why your girl I do that one after uno. You know what I say? So make sure to send a thumbs up the video and a for effort. Now I went ahead and just seasoned the meat really nice and good right there, so. And then all I did was let it sit only for 30 minutes. If you want to do it overnight, you could do it. If you want to do it longer, you could do it, but it's not necessary because you're going to be boiling this meat. Now that is what it looks like after it's all seasoned up. Perfect here. Let it sit for 30 minutes. Now after 30 minutes, it's time to get the meat ready for the stove top, right? So in a pan here, I'm adding just a little bit of oil, maybe about 3 tablespoons of oil, right? And then I added some more garlic. I'm using, like I said, the minced one here. A lot of people don't like this, but hey, you know, fast, easy, and simple, right? Now, if you want to add garlic cloves, you could add that here. And then to that, I added some more of the curry. I'm burning this curry here. Remember, I had some of the curry to the meat when I seasoned it because I wanted to have the color there. But I, in fact, added maybe about a tablespoon of curry powder here and just burn it with the oil and the garlic here, okay? Maybe about a couple of seconds, not a lot, because you don't want to burn the curry either. You want to burn up the curry. You want to burn the curry, but you don't want to burn up the curry. Then I went in and added the meat to the mix here, right? And the thing is already smelling fantastic. Now to get the meat started, I'm going to add at least 5 cups of water or more. And again, it depends on how much you're cooking. It does take a while to cook, all right? So the trick to this type of a recipe is to allow the meat to cook until it's nice and tender. Maybe you're going to add 5 cups of water maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe more, depending on how tough your meat is. Everybody's meat is going to be a different texture, right? So I went ahead and added at least, like I said, 5 cups of water to get the meat started. But of course, it takes more than me adding 5 cups of water to tenderize the meat, as you will see later on. But 5 cups to get started, all right? And then there it was. Went ahead and just covered it up and allowed it to cook until that liquid was dissolved. Now after the liquid went all the way down into the meat, like as you could see right here, after I tested it, it was halfway cooked, but it wasn't all the way cooked, right? So now the trick here is when you are going to add water to it, you do not want to add cold water, because the cold water is going to stop the method of cooking, and it's going to take a much longer time to cook. As you can see, that looks nice. It's not cooked yet. So you want to add either warm water or hot water to the meat, like I'm doing here. I just put some water in the microwave and heat it up, and it was nice and ready for the thing, right? So I did go back and add another 5 cups of water to it and allowed it to cook until it was nice and tender, y'all. You want to be sure that this meat is tender so that when you eat it, it just melts right in the mouth. Right in the mouth, okay? So another 5 cups of water here. And you're going to cover it back up nice and tight and allow it to do its magic here. Alright, get it? I'm going to remind y'all again to thumbs up the videos for me, because I noticed that you guys are watching the recipes when I upload them, but because you're not thumbsing up the recipes, the videos are not being pushed out. YouTube only recognizes the recipes or whatever the creator uploads with the thumbs up. The thumbs up is critical for the channel. Okay, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. Now moving right along, in this container I have scallion and onions and tomato and bell pepper here, and hot pepper. All right, now as far as my thyme is concerned, I'm going to be using this thyme here because I'm not have the fresh thyme right now. It's all out, so I'm using this bottle one here, and it's extremely good. This is my second time I've been buying this brand, GUYZ seasoning. They have all kinds of a seasoning, so you might want to give them a try. But you know, I'm obsessed with Otorius, right? But I noticed that some of their seasons are really good. This time is really good. I cooked with it several times and it really works. So we're going to go with the dry thyme. Now in here I have 1 can of GUYZ butter bean. I did strain off the liquid. I don't want the liquid into the food, so I drained that out. Be sure that you use cooked beans. If you have uncooked, make sure you cook it before you add it. And then I'm using some coconut cream, of course, about a cup here. You could add a little bit more if you like, but for me, I wasn't cooking a whole lot, so I just needed 1 cup of the coconut cream, right? And that is it right there. That's all we're gonna add to the recipe. Now, after that liquid is nicely simmered, and it looks amazing and it smells amazing. Now the meat is nice and tender. Now make sure that you taste your meat to make sure it is tender for sure, okay? Don't just assume that it's tender because you add water to it twice. You might need to add more water to it, but because I'm going to be adding the coconut cream and more liquid, it is going to allow it to cook even more tender here, right? More tender. All right, now big shout out to everyone that has just subscribed to the channel. I noticed that I have more new goodies here that has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. I see you, and I just want to welcome you here. Thank you for trusting in my recipes, and I'm going to bring you guys as much as I can. All right, now what you want to do here is go ahead and add the vegetables here. Your onion and your riri and your lele and your tete. You go ahead and you add all of that here, and then you add your butter beans on top. All right, no particular order. Okay. And then you add your coconut milk to it. And then what I didn't want to waste anything in the cup, so I just add a little bit more water to it and just throw it in there. And now I'm going to season it. So I'm adding the thyme here. Of course, like I said, I'm using dry thyme. Definitely had fresh is what you have. For some of you, you might have powdered thyme. You could use that. We're thinking of seasoning up these vegetables. So I added some black pepper. I did go back and add some of the meat season, the Otorius meat season. I did go back and add some of the hummus season as well. All right, because you want your vegetables to have a flavor. Don't rely on what is in the pot to flavorize the vegetables. Flavor the vegetables once you put them in as well. All right, so just go ahead and just season up with whatever you have. If you want to use the same season, go ahead, or you want to use something different, but don't forget to add your vinegar. And I did go back and add some apple cider vinegar here. I did add some dried parsley flakes. That is totally optional, but I love parsley on everything that I cook mostly, so I went ahead and add that in. And now everything is in. It looks amazing here. You want to, at this step here, goody, you want to be sure to taste the meat. All right, taste it and see if it needs anything else. I tasted it and it needed a little bit more salt, so I had about a half teaspoon of salt to it, and tasted up again, and it was perfect. It was sitting just right. Just be sure to taste your food as you go along to make sure that you have the right amount of seasoning. And y'all, you can never have enough seasoning. There's no such thing as too much seasoning, okay? It's better you season your food and it's filled with seasoning more than you have no damn flavor in the pot. On period, okay? So season your meat and season whatever you're doing, all right? Again, as you can see, I'm giving it a nice little taste here, and it was perfect. It was ready to go. Covered it up, turned my fire down to a medium heat, and honey, came back after everything was sizzle and nizzle, and that is what we have. Nice, tasting, authentic Jamaican curry, tripe, and butter bean in the kitchen. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Any day of the week. Pan some white rice, rice and peas, whatever it is that you want to eat this thing up with. It is just perfect. It is just perfect, y'all. This is one of the recipes that my mother used to love to cook in the kitchen, especially on Sundays when she not feel to cook rice and peas. This is the way that she would go. Right, yourself. Nice. This recipe is one of them recipes there that you're just going to have to try. And of course, I'm not going to leave without showing what it look like on the plate, y'all. On the plate, it is fabulous. Okay. I did make some mac and cheese with it, and I did make some quick rice with vegetables in it. Husband loved it, okay? Everybody loved it. I loved it. Look at the gravy. The gravy is nice and proper. The beans are simmered nice in that gravy. Perfect, y'all. Perfect. When I tell you perfect, I mean perfect. All right? Perfect is an understatement, y'all. Go ahead and give the recipe a try. I'm definitely going to be making that mac and cheese for you guys, so you can see how fast, easy, and simple it is to make, right? But there it is, y'all. Jamaican curry, tripe, and butter bean. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, but tell a friend, right? And yeah, right there. Thank you for watching. And remember, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy.